Hey, we're about to go on one of our legendary mom breaks here because as you can see, these eyebrows need to get done. Got on my little liner, so I switched to felt tips instead of like the crayon eyeliners. I know. I just did the switch. I'm not that much of a makeup person, but these lines are flawless and my hands are not steady. I am no artiste by any way, shape, or form. So we're gonna go get these fixed, taken care of, and then we're gonna chat about something really cool that I have coming up, so stay tuned. All right, so I'm here. This eyebrow place I'm getting ready to try is a new place. I haven't tried them before. I usually have my people do it, but they're across town, and then the last time they didn't have my person there and they kind of did my eyebrows in a way I didn't like, so I was just like, this place just opened up next to my nail shop, which I absolutely love my nail shop. So I'm gonna give them a try today, and I hope for the best. Hopefully if it's good, then they're gonna be my go-to eyebrow place, and then if they're not, then I just gotta walk around not liking my eyebrows for a few weeks. So let me run in here, get them done, and then let me talk to you for a second. It's gonna be interesting. All right, well, I don't know about y'all, but I like them. I will never not be a baby about getting my eyebrows threaded. I've given birth 5 times. I've done a lot of stuff in my life, and I still tear up and cry almost every time I get my eyebrows done. I'm never gonna get used to it. I like them, a little bit on the thicker side. I know this one's got to grow back to this one a little bit because I like them thicker. When they're too thin, I feel like, back in the high school chola days. So I like them thicker. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into this right quick. Okay, so now that we're getting comfortable, I'm going to lead with this because this is a strong point that I want you guys to take away and get right away. Branding is the reason why some of you will succeed, and some of the reason why a lot of you guys will not make it in business. Let's not forget our rates here. I think about between 80 to 90 businesses fail, especially within like the first, I want to say like 2 to 5 years. A lot of businesses will fail, and business is hard. I don't blame anybody for not being able to make it. It's not for everybody to be able to make. There are just some things that will define people who make it and people who don't, and it's not for everybody. So even as I say this, some people are going to realize that they want to stay more in the hobby lane, or they would prefer to join a team for somebody else that is going to be the leader of a business, as opposed to having to be the one to carry all that weight because it is heavy. What your brand is essentially the personality of your business. Your business, think of it as a person, as an entity. You have to have a consistent personality. Why? Because your branding is going to root everything in your business. And branding, don't get it confused. It's not just packaging and aesthetic. That is part of your branding, but a small part. Your overall brand, and why some people succeed, is because they have an established voice and persona for their business, as to where a lot of people are they become wallflowers, just like a lot of other businesses who don't have that voice. So they almost kind of echo each other, which can make it seem like it's a saturated market, but it's really only a saturated market when you don't have your own brand personality, or brand identity, I should say. Past month, I have worked with about 40 different clients on establishing their brand. I would say like 99% of them have been skincare brands. And you would think that most of them are going to sound the same because they are all in the same skincare brand. We're small skincare. How different can they be, right? No. Each and every single one of their brands was extraordinarily different, with different types of customer bases, a different voice, all different aesthetics. And these are completely different people who don't know each other, live all over the world, and they're all so very different. And what I help them understand and establish is that brand identity, and how they're going to leverage their brand identity to authentically be able to market to people. One of the main reason why business is so difficult is because marketing is hard. How do you get people to buy your products? How do you ask people to buy your products without sounding like a door-to-door salesman, right? Or a car salesman that's trying to get you down and makes people uncomfortable and want to back away. As I've said before, you're going to want to sell the why and not the what. That's a big deal about it. But how you go about it in the specific verbiage is all going to be rooted in that branding. So I'm going to have what's called what I call a group chat. It's really like a small conference of me and another few women or business owners, whoever it is that wants to join. What I'm going to do is we're going to have a face-to-face chat, and I'm going to, in real time, help a few people discover what their brand is so other people can get the gist of how to identify their brand. But here's something key that I can tell you that will help you begin that process of identifying your brand. When branding, a lot of people make the mistake, me included, of looking outward at what everybody else is doing in their branding. I've always said study the market. Study the market to see what people are buying, what the verbiage is, what people are looking for, and to see if you can potentially fit in and solve any issues that are ongoing on the market. But to find your brand identity, that comes from within. It's usually rooted in your why and a little bit about your backstory and where you come from in terms of how you got here to making skincare, any business, okay? And you really want to think about what it is that interests you about your particular field that you're in. What problem are you solving? And think about anything that really means to you, that really means anything to you, and you can incorporate that in your brand. And what I mean by that is whenever I'm doing a brand ID session with my clients, I always tell them that your brand is intuitive. You're going to find your brand and align it with your intuition. And so that can mean that when you do your homework and you look at other people's aesthetics, you know, look at other people's aesthetics to see what really catches your eye. That's a base point to start from, and then you can build on that by adding your own twist to it. And so you're going to look around, you're going to see what's out there, what are all the different packaging options, what are the different logos, what does everything look like. The one thing you need to do is, number one, you need to love every part of your brand, okay? When you see something out there that's in a brand and it really catches your eye, it stops you mid-scroll, right? And you want to go check it out and go look for it, and you say, ooh, and you can feel it in your chest and your brain. I like that. I love the way that looks. That right there is what you want to have whenever it comes to your branding and whenever it comes to you picking anything, especially aesthetic wise in your brand. It brings out the passion and ignites your energy for this brand that you're going to have to be able to carry it. I'm going to get a lot more into that whenever we do our meeting, but I'll tell you right now that that's the number one thing that you need to focus on whenever you are establishing your brand, is really getting into the things that you love and staying true to that. The vision boards are great for that because, you know, it can get pretty busy when you're looking around and you're trying to think of skincare ideas and what to make. What that board does, the vision board, is it helps you align and establish where to kind of stay, and it keeps you focused, okay? So make one of those. And if you don't know how to make one of those, I can definitely help you with that. I'm going to drop my links below so that you guys can kind of see what's going on. You guys can follow the Patreon for free. I'm going to be hosting this event where it's going to be live and we're going to chat. And it's really going to be like a support group. I really want to have, as corny as it is to say business besties, right? I really mean that because, and the only reason I think stuff like that is corny is whenever you don't mean it. Whenever people just throw the words bestie, throw the words friend, throw the word sis out there, and they don't really mean it. It's just hollow. So when I say it, I really do mean it, and I really do take my circles seriously, and I really care for the people that are around me. So I'm creating a small group of people to where we can really talk about the intricacies of branding, of aesthetics, and kind of network to become like, I want to make kind of like a super team or a team of superpowers, an A team, where we're, you know, businessing together, we're doing meetings, we're talking to each other and just giving support, because you know it's hard to find anybody to really talk to about what's going on with the business, and people generally don't tend to understand, and then you got to go jump in these big old Facebook groups, right, and try to find your buddy there. I'm trying to cut all that out and just make it simple for you, okay? So we're gonna get more into this topic. I'm gonna set the date, so follow the page, subscribe to the emails to find that out. And in the meanwhile, in the comments, let me know what questions do you have about some keys of branding, or any questions about branding at all. Ask me in the comments, let me know and I would be happy to elaborate on that more. Okay, I just wanted to stop in between my little mom break, my woosah, and talk to you guys about a little key when it comes to branding. So I hope this helps whoever it was supposed to help, and you guys have a lovely day. It's about to be Friday tomorrow, so I hope everybody just is on some good vibes. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.